Hey guys, welcome to this week's Minimalist Monday. I don't know how we're gonna fix this room, but it needs some help. It kind of was just my plant growing room because it's got, a couple of good windows. All right, here's a look at the room we're working with, and there's nothing, wrong with it. It's just not organized at all. I never put any energy into it really. So that's where I get ready in the morning, my kind of little vanity area there. I've got my dresser there, which is now gonna become Michael's dresser, and that's gonna go in our bedroom for him. And then the plants, they love being up on like this part of the room here, so that's why they're all clustered towards the windows. They do really well there. But I want to just figure out a way to organize them because, everything's just sort of lined up. So yeah, I'm really flexible. I can move anything anywhere, and we'll just keep moving stuff until it works, right? I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get to the closet today or if that might have to be a separate organizing video because I do need to find, I'm going to need to sort some things out in there. So we might do that in another one. But we're going to be working out here at least for now. And I would really love to have like a little seating area with the plants kind of surrounding that. I don't know, that's just kind of what I envision. I would like to create that. I don't know if we'll be able to do that today or not, but we will do our best. Michael's slippers. Hold on, let me get my yoga mats rolled up. Okay, I'm gonna clear everything off the top of the dresser and I'll just move it out to the hallway for now because I'm not sure like what's gonna be coming back in. So I'll just move it off for now. Oh yeah, and crystals. Our new baby Monstera Deliciosa from Costco. $11.99 at Costco, good deal. I gotta water it though, so I'm gonna put it out in the kitchen and water it right now. Ponytail palms. I'm just gonna stack them right here.
Okay.
Oh, and yoga pants. Should yoga pants be a Minimalist Monday video? You got your space ready in there?
Yeah, I think it'll fit.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Oh.
You first.
Plant baby.
I can't believe how big this place looks. Just like by moving one thing like this. Okay, coming down. Alright, slide it.
Okay, this is the white glass top that goes on this. All right, I was just looking at the Monstera Deliciosa. The pot, it's actually double potted, and I'm gonna take out the insert here. I'll set this down. So usually I like to put my plants in baskets for their decorative pots because it keeps them lightweight, and I like the look of the, the natural texture with the plant and its greenery. But I'm thinking with this one, because I don't have a basket right now that will fit this, maybe I'll find one in the future. For now, what I'm gonna do is just upcycle its little decorative pot that it came with, because I don't need to up pot it or anything. It's in a good sized pot right now. So I'll just do that. We'll just upcycle this. Okay, I'm using Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch. I've got a primer and I'm just using this because there's a little bit left. I just want to use it up. And then I've got the paint down there. Okay, so now I'm gonna try moving the vanity on this side. We ended up putting the shelf out there on the blank wall in the living room. Actually turned out that it looks really good out there, so I think that might be a good home for it. Poppy. Okay, so these are all of my clothes aside from the ones that I have hanging up in my closet. But those I'm not going to go through in this video. I think I'm going to save that for either a part 2 of this video, or we'll just do a whole separate Minimalist Monday on that, going through and decluttering clothing. It's been a couple years since I've done that, so that's going to be a separate video, but for now I'm just going to get those put back away. So we ended up pushing that Besta from IKEA, that cabinet, over just a little more to make a little space in the corner here, just so I can have at least one plant there to kind of like, you know, add a little pop of greenery there. Okay, so that's our Rufus palm, and I think those are also known as a lady palm, but they are gorgeous houseplants as far as like, you know, growing a palm inside the house. They're beautiful. They have almost like this coconut husk kind of stalk, and then the fronds, instead of being long wispy fronds, they're more like just a bunch of beautiful little fans. They're really pretty, and they're very easy to care for, very low maintenance. But the one thing, like if I could give you one tip about these, about keeping them happy, is don't let them dry out too much, because I accidentally did that last year. I didn't realize the soil was getting so dry inside. I'd repotted it in the really quick draining soil, and it was drying out too fast. The water would just run right through it, and it wasn't able to retain enough moisture, and it got really, really unhappy. So yeah, just don't let them get too dehydrated. And one way to recognize that is the brown tipping. That will start spreading really quickly throughout the fronds, and the stalks, the individual stalks, can start to die if they get too dehydrated. So that's the one tip about caring for those, is keep them moist and they'll be pretty happy. They don't want to be like soggy, but you know, just make sure the moisture stays in there. Okay, this isn't supposed to be a plant video, but I just wanted to share that. But yeah, those are awesome houseplants. I know the sound is really echoey in here right now. I do plan on finding a rug sometime, but I don't have a rug right now, so bear with me with the echo part. I just wanted to tilt you guys down so I can show you what I found at the estate sale. It is a rattan shelf, and it's a vintage one. Here, let's pull that off. So I think what I'm gonna do is put this probably just right next to my desk here. And look at that, $11. Unbelievable for that vintage shelf. That's a really good price. The last time I saw one of those shelves online for sale, it was $185, and that didn't even include the shipping, which was like another $150. But yeah, for a vintage rattan shelf, I swear, estate sales, you find the best deals at estate sales. So worth it to show up there. I got up early to go look at that. 5 o'clock in the morning, I was in the truck rolling to go check that thing out. But although you can't look at them when you first get there, you just have to go and you wait in line with your little marker. I'm gonna do a video on tips for estate sailing too, to find the good deals and to, you know, make sure you get them. Make sure you get the good deals, because there's lots of competition out there. But that'll be in a different video. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put on that shelf yet, but I know that it's nice to have a little bit of storage space, even if it's just for, you know, books that you're currently into, or if you want to have some little potted plants or something. But yeah, I'm not sure what else I'm gonna have up there. I was thinking of almost having, since this is like where I get ready in the morning, my vanity area, I thought maybe I'd have store my makeup brushes or something in one of these shelves, maybe my camera gear. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave that empty for now, and I don't know if we'll get around to that in this video, because we still gotta get to the rest of the room, but I'll figure that out later though. Oh, you know what I will put up there right now is some books. So I've got How to Grow Fresh Air, which is that book on houseplants that was based on NASA's study. And then also the New Bohemian's Handbook, and a book on air plants, which is like everything air plants, how to care for them, you know, propagation and all of that. And I've got a little crystal I'll stack on top of those. I do have my makeup brushes, so I'll put those in there for now. I'll probably end up putting a couple of low light plants in there at least, because those rattan just looks really good with plants. It's the greenery and the natural texture just like works really well together. But I'm gonna worry about the rest of that later, so I'm just gonna leave that for now. And oh, let's go ahead and do the top of the dresser here. I think that I'm gonna put the bust, the wooden bust that I had up on my shelf, I think I'm gonna have those up here, at least like maybe like right next to the plant. You know, you always gotta find that balance. You wanna avoid creating that visual noise with things, but you wanna create visual interest, you know? And you also need to make sure that the space is usable and functional for you, and not just like a showroom, you know? Although we all love the look of a showroom, right? It's like nice and clean and perfectly staged, but when you're actually living in the space and using it, you want to make sure that it's functional, right? We also have this air plant display, which is awesome. I got it from Air Plant Man, and I actually have two displays from them. One's a little single vessel display, and then one is their air plant frame. It's white, it's beautiful. I love the modern look of it. I have them on the ground right here, and I've got my air plants all ready to go. So I think I'm gonna go out to the dining room. We'll sit down, I'm gonna put that together real quick, and then we'll see if that can fit on here too. Or we'll see how it looks. Okay, I've got all my air plants out here, and this is the display we're gonna be using. So this is from Air Plant Man. They make these in California. You can get these online on their website, and they make them out of powder coated aluminum, and it's got a nice matte finish, very sleek, modern. I love the look of their displays. They do a couple different displays, at least right now. They've got their vessel, which is a single display, and then the frame, which you can put as many air plants as you can fit in there. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna put this together. Okay, so the first thing to do is just grab your air plants and start playing with them and see how you wanna position them. One thing about these displays is they are rust proof and waterproof. So you do not take these air plants out once you get them in there. You leave them in there and you can water them. You just take the whole frame and you drop it right into a tub of water. Let it soak, and then you pull it out, shake it out, shake your air plants out, make sure there's no water sitting in the crown of them, and then you set it right back up where it was. Okay, I just want to show you guys really quick. There's a couple of main varieties of air plants too. There's Xeric and Mesic. Mesics typically are more green and they come from more humid environments, and then Xeric come from drier, more arid or desert-like environments or habitats. And they have more of a gray-green or kind of a white gray-green cast. And so they can get away with a little less water versus the green Mesic ones that like more humidity and they like more water. Although this is not supposed to be a plant video, but just to show you a difference here, like look at that color on there. I love the Xeric varieties of air plants, especially like the Xerographicas, Tectorums, the ones that have those gray-white cast, the gray-white-green. I think they are so pretty. It's just, especially Xerographicas just have this gorgeous shape, and they're huge. I think they're known as like the queen of air plants. But we'll talk more about the care and everything about air plants in maybe the next video, because these truly are the ultimate minimalist plant, and how easy they are to maintain and how little they need from you. No soil. So if you ever have problems with like gnats inside the house or something, you never have to worry about that when you grow air plants, and they're absolutely so sculptural and beautiful. I just can't get enough of them. And there's so many varieties too. Even within, it doesn't matter if you're going Mesic or Xeric, there's a type of air plant perfect for your environment. Okay, once you have the air plants laid out in the position you want, you're just gonna take each one and pull it gently through the back. So a couple of leaves or a few leaves will pop through the back. So hopefully you guys are able to see that the leaves just pop through there, and then they naturally hold them into place. I didn't mention, when you're handling air plants, try to avoid handling them too much. Like don't touch them all over the leaves. Normally, if you can touch them just from the back, like the root area or something, just so you don't get the oils from your fingers all over the leaves, because you can damage their trichomes, and the trichomes are like these little tiny little, almost like hairs. It's almost like little fuzz on them, and so that's part of their protection. It's what they use to take up nutrients, and so you just don't want your oils from your fingers getting all over them. So that's another reason that these displays are really good, because you're not having to take them off. You're not having, like every time you go to water them, you're not having to handle the air plant themselves. So you can have the frame vertical this way, or you can have it horizontal this way. And these come with little wooden feet. So the wood feet have a cutout, and that just slips onto the back of the frame. So we'll put both of those on. Slide it all the way to the sides. And it stands upright like that. How easy is that? And then when you go to water, just take the little feet off and drop the whole frame with all your air plants and everything into its tub of water. Let them soak. Let them soak for a few hours. So you can also hang these directly on the wall, so you don't have to use the feet. That's just for if you want a tabletop, or if you don't want to be drilling holes in your wall, which is what I'm going to be doing because we're just renting this house. But it does have a little V cut out on the top, bottom, and both of the sides, so you can hang your vertical air plant garden on the wall if you want. Okay, let's see where we want our air plant display to live. Okay, what if we put the air plant frame here and then put the vessel here? This is the air plant vessel. It's made out of the same material. It's a powder coated aluminum. It's got a nice matte finish. So this display has aluminum that wraps around the air plant, just around the leaves, and then it has a little hole in the center here, and you just slip it into The hole is in the center of the display and you can fill the top with little stones. The stones actually come with the display. I got a question from one of you guys about if metal is safe for air plants, and it's actually the type of metal that matters. You don't want copper or bronze. Bronze is a metal alloy that is high in copper, and copper will kill tillandsias. So you just want to avoid any copper touching them. Okay, let's put this display on this side. Okay, so for this side of the room, if you were gonna go really minimalist, then you don't have to put anything in this side of the room. You could, throw a rug down to cut the echo, push a plant in the corner, and call it done, right? But I don't wanna do that because this side has the 2 good windows. It's an east-facing window and then a southeast-facing window, and the plants love it. And so this has always been like one of my main rooms for growing plants. So I wanted to create kind of a little plant nook, maybe like a bohemian jungle kind of style. At least that's what I envision. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're gonna see. So I'm thinking that I hope these chairs will fit. Okay, so I have a couple items that I got. Well, actually it's a set. I got a set of Peacock chairs with a matching table, and I found them at an estate sale. I've been after a Peacock chair forever, you guys, and I was so excited when I came across these. Before I show you that, let me just switch gears here for a sec. Let's go ahead and take care of this right now. I had this in a basket before. A different basket. So I'm just gonna switch the basket that it's in because I think this one's gonna match this set better, the Peacock chairs. So, and it's got this little, I got this at Home Goods, but I love the design of it. It's got this little tassel. I just thought that was cute. So that's from Home Goods. And I'm gonna put this plant in here. So I'm just gonna put its tray in here. And I think this will fit in here, and yeah, perfect. Push it right up to the window. I'm gonna put the ponytail foam right here. And then the Peacock chairs, now these didn't come with cushions, but I measured them already so I can either make a cushion, like DIY it, or if I find some 20-inch cushions, at Home Goods or something. Right now I just threw a little faux sheepskin throw on there. Just these little small ones. I got these, I have 2 of these. I got these at Ross a few years ago. Okay, so let's put this chair in the corner. Okay, so there's the matching Peacock chair. I'm just gonna put it right here. So I was really excited to find a whole set of Peacock chairs because before I thought, oh, maybe I'll just get lucky at an estate sale and find one, right? I didn't think I was gonna find a whole set, but I got the whole set for $120, which is actually really cheap because those chairs, even just one by itself, get really expensive. So I was pretty excited to find the whole set for only $120. So we've got a couple different options for the table. We could leave it out like this a little bit from the chairs and have like more plants across the back here. That's one option. Or I could have this pulled closer to the wall and have some plants coming kind of, hugging around the outer edge here. Okay, so what we'll do is push this a little closer to the wall to start, and let's put that Monstera deliciosa over on this side. I know it's gonna be, yeah, I know it's gonna be a little odd just having a plant on the floor like that, but that's okay because this gets really good light and it just comes right in here like a shower of natural light. Do we want to have it, wait, let's have it this way. I'm going to pull in our Dracaena marginata. You know what? I'm thinking that fairy castle cactus that I have in the dining room would look really good on that table. Let me go grab that and we'll try that as a centerpiece. All right, this is the fairy castle cactus. You guys, this is a really cool house plant because they give you the look of a cactus but without the spines, so you don't have to worry about like getting poked by it. I mean, they do have spines, but they're almost like these just like super short little hairs, and they're pretty sparse, and they almost like lay flat against the cactus, like they're not even interested in poking you or anything. They're just like laying there relaxing, But yeah, they're super cool cactus, and they make really good houseplants because they're so low maintenance. They're really easy to care for. All you gotta do is just remember not to overwater them because they don't like wet feet. They like to dry out a little bit in between waterings, and you're good. So very low maintenance. Okay, we've got our fairy castle cactus as the main focal point of our centerpiece, and then I'm gonna add my quartz crystal points. We'll put those right on the side. And then I have a group of xeric air plants that still need a home. So this gets really good lighting right here. A lot of the sunlight will come right in, the filtered sunlight in the morning. So I'm gonna set these as part of the centerpiece right on the other side of the fairy castle cactus. So I was almost gonna use this as a centerpiece, but it has a little more weight to it. And I wanna keep anything that I set on that table, I wanna keep it lightweight. So this one, I think I'm gonna end up putting on the windowsill. This is a fan aloe. In fact, I don't know if I've showed you guys fan aloes before, but they're super cool houseplants. They have a really neat herringbone kind of look to them, where the leaves come out. As long as you give these enough bright light, they're really happy growing inside the house. The main thing is just don't overwater it, because these are succulents, you know, they are aloe, they're a variety of aloe. Okay, I'm gonna put the fan aloe right here on the windowsill, and normally my blinds would be open, but I closed those so it wouldn't be so bright here when I'm filming with you guys. I really like the idea of having a seating area over here, so that way it's not just plants, you know, lined up at the window like I had before. It's a more interactive space. I mean, those chairs aren't like sitting on a cushy sectional or something, right? But just to sit there and, you know, have your morning coffee or something while you're watering the plants, or, I don't know, hanging out with plants. That's I guess that's a crazy plant person thing. You know, sitting with your plants, having coffee with them in the morning. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for today's Minimalist Monday project. And this room isn't totally done yet. I do need to get a rug in here still to cut that echo. I'm gonna hold out for just the right one though. And I'm gonna work on the rattan shelf too. I wanna get a couple of little potted plants in there. I'm gonna be doing an air plant care video coming up too. So that's gonna be a Minimalist Monday, because they are the ultimate minimalist plants and they're so cool. You can get as creative as you want when it comes to their displays. And these two displays that I used in this video were provided by Airplant Man. And a big thank you to Josh. He's the owner and founder of Airplant Man, and I will link his website below. Definitely check it out, because he's got a huge selection of air plants. He's awesome. I got to interview him this week, so I will be sharing some of his tips for air plant care too coming up in that video. And Josh was kind enough to offer a discount code just for my viewers. So for any of you guys who go on the Airplant Man website, if you place an order, you can enter my name at checkout, my first name, Christine, and you will save on your order. And keep a lookout for that airplant video, because that will be one of our Minimalist Mondays coming up, and we'll do some more DIY display ideas too in there. Oh, one other thing that I'm gonna be doing in this room that I didn't show you guys in this video yet is the closet. I have a small closet in here and a small bathroom. So those are gonna be two other minimalist projects we'll be doing in the future. So keep a lookout for those. I'll let you guys go for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next Minimalist Monday video. Or, well, actually, there's gonna be more videos this week too. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.